Hey guys, welcome back to part two of our monitor or PC monitor NECA streets scene diorama photo shoot with the Ninja Turtle figures. I just want to show you quickly all I've done in this case right now in regards to editing the photograph is I've opened up the actual raw file from my camera and I've loaded it into the computer. And in the adjustments menus here, I basically adjusted our contrast by 39 points in the positive. I brought the shadows down by 44% or 44 points. I bumped the clarity up 33%. And then at the bottom here, unfortunately, it's blocking me from scrolling down at this point. I basically uh, adjusted it by adding a vignette of -50 to add that sort of darker tone around the edges of the entire image. And that allowed us to get that vignetted look to the photograph. Okay, so that's how I made the adjustments. I didn't actually end up having to adjust this area here for the street. I'm going to leave it as is. I think it looks fine. And then you can see how that monitor plays in. It actually looks like there's an alleyway in behind our characters here. So I think it actually came out quite well. I'm pretty satisfied with it. And I'll show you some other examples as we go through, and I'll explain what I've done quickly to make the changes to the photographs to make those images work. This is another quick example of a photograph straight out of the camera. I've opened it up. I kind of darkened it a little bit to add more shadows and everything. And you can see again our monitor playing its role here in the photograph. We have all our figures positioned. You can see how dark it is. So I have gone in and made adjustments after I've opened the image in Photoshop just to brighten up the characters so they're a little easier to be seen. And I've added some false lighting. So basically you're going to see when we get to the actual window I'm speaking of, where I've added some extra lighting here just above them. I've added some rain through Photoshop brushes, and I've added a bit of fog through Photoshop brushes as well. The lighting that I spoke of, to add that lighting, I just simply went online and I basically looked up spotlight brushes or free spotlight brushes. And of course, it brought us to the site I mentioned previously, which is called Brush Easy. And they actually have some spotlight brushes you can download for free, and you can use them in your compositions. Okay, so you can just go to brusheasy.com, and then whatever brushes you're looking for, you just type them into the search window up top here, whether it be rain, fog, spotlights, lens flaring, flares, explosions, etc. A lot of that stuff can be found on here, and the brushes are normally free, but you can also buy sets of brushes as well from the site to basically allow you to have a wider variety of brushes as opposed to just a couple of sample brushes. Okay, so that's where to look for those. So as mentioned, guys, basically I am just showing the example after the editing where you can see where I've added the additional lighting here to the composite to make it look more like an actual building and the lighting effects and everything. NECA did a great job with the sculpting of this building and just the actual paint apps and everything. They look amazing. The lighting just kind of adds a little more, feel to the actual building, having some illumination and just kind of making it feel like it fits. I've added a bit of fog here, as you can see across the bottom as well. If you look closely, you can see the rain that I chose to add there. So you can see that I've actually taken a brush that I have available to me and just added some rain just to give it more of a feeling like there's actually kind of a live scene happening here. Again, that's our monitor there in the background to add the alleyway. And I didn't have to actually do any editing here like I thought I might. I think the shadows cast there between the actual gap in the monitor and the actual set look just fine, and it actually kind of adds a bit of interesting detail to it as well. On top of that, of course, I've added the logos. Pardon me. I've added the logos so you can see that I've actually just kind of tried to make a whole scene out of this as well. Now, those folders are all right up here. What I've done is, of course, for the logos themselves, I created their own folder. And you can see here that they're just basically added in on top. The Ninja Turtles logo I found online just by searching Ninja Turtles movie .png logo and was able to find it. And then basically in behind here, that's the glowing layer that I actually have been teaching in previous tutorials, where I've actually added that secondary layer and then added an effect from the effects menu here for layer styles. And then I just tweaked the colors by actually going in and navigating the colors. That's in the previous tutorial as well. Okay, and then again with the AFC logo here, same thing. The second layer here is one of the effect styles. And then I basically just chose the effect style that I wanted, which was from this little glamour thing. These can all be found online through a site by the name of envato.com, ENVATO.com. And you can purchase these different layer styles when you look up their website. And you can navigate through the website to photography or photos, and they have all kinds of different editing uh, tools you can buy basically and download as well. Okay, and the links will be in the description in the video, and they are also mentioned in the previous videos as well about how to do these uh, glows and effects. Okay, again, that's our composition, as you can see. And when I came to the background effects here, you can see basically with the lighting here, I did have different lights that I can apply, and that just adds a little more to the detail in the photo. So you kind of get the overall feel for the building actually having a little more character. And then again, the fog here, I can add or remove if I like. The rain, I don't need to add the rain if I don't want it in there. I just thought the rain added a little more of an interesting look. And once again, the rain is actually just a brush that I have in my in the program here. So if you notice here, when I go to my brushes here, I've got a large number of brushes available, and different ones do different things, of course. The one I chose there basically was a rain brush that I have, and it basically just allowed me to kind of just paint right over top there and just add that effect on top. And when you look up brushes, you can just, again, if you're looking for a particular look for rainfall, you just would type rainfall brushes for Photoshop in a Google search. And there's a good chance it's going to basically bring you to the Brush Easy website for free brushes, and you can actually just find them in that on that website and download those. Okay. Now there are licenses involved in case you want to use these commercially. So if I plan on selling these images after the fact, you would have to contact the person that created the brushes, of course, and pay them for the right to use it. Okay, in case you wanted to sell these or to use these for commercial purposes on top of everything else. Okay, so at this point I just wanted to show you guys the final results of each one of the shots we took, and basically how the edits worked in regards to the lighting, the effects that were added after the fact, the different glows and everything as well. And what I'll do at this point is I'll just kind of go quiet and cycle through the shots and let you see each one of the final results. I did a shot of each of the 4 turtles as well as just the group shots, just so you can see what they finally look like with the NECA building here, the actual street scene setup, the monitor as a secondary background, and then of course the added effects with the rain, the fog, and the additional lighting as well. Okay, so at this point I'll go quiet and then we'll just cycle through the pictures. And if again, if you like what you see, guys, and you are enjoying these videos, please consider liking, subscribing, and hitting that notifications bell to keep us going, and it's much appreciated. To everyone, have a great day. A huge thank you to TJ Habibi of Secret Suburbia for allowing us to use his amazing music in this video. If you like what you heard, please check out his music in the links below and enjoy your day.